Oh, yeah. That's what we're doing. Go live. I just actually got done doing a jewelry itch Thursday for Chrissy and her Bling You Crazy. So I was selling that jewelry, wah, wah, wah. Look at that. Check that out right there. Check that out right there. What's really good, people? It's draft day, but not for us Ram fans. Not for us Ram fans. Once again, we started trading our first round pick away. That's okay. That's all right. That's good. That's whatevs. So we got the rest of everybody talked about. What's happening right now, why I went live, is Aaron Rodgers is disgruntled. Now, if you haven't really been paying attention to the NFL for the last few years, Aaron Rodgers has actually not been cool with the Packers organization. I'm going to make that statement right now that it's been said he's the biggest reason why in a lot of people's minds and hearts that Mike McCarthy was ran out of Green Bay. Then he goes, you got a great running back with Aaron Jones. They resign him, and here it is, hours before the draft, and he is disgruntled and wants out of Green Bay. He wants out of Green Bay, people. How? Why? He was an NFL MVP last year. And this is, of course, already been reported. It's you know that this has never happened, that an MVP has been traded really the next season. That's insane. And somebody of caliber of Rodgers. And we know he's 37 right now. We know he's up there. The Packers have the 21st overall pick. They can move up and get a quarterback for the future. Do they? I mean, do they have at this point, you kind of have to, right? And with the 21st pick overall, you have room. But you could literally trade Rodgers in 21st pick overall, go to the top, and pick Trevor Lawrence. Do I think that's actually going to happen? I don't think so. And that's sad for Trevor Lawrence. It really is. I don't think Jacksonville is. I don't really care. I don't think Jacksonville is a good fit. I mean, maybe finally this year they finally get it together. But I don't like their receivers. Robinson's good at the running back position. If you look at it both seasonal, dynasty-wise, and even fantasy-wise for your daily fantasy people, that's I mean, yes, you were running Robinson at the end of the year because that's all that they had. They had Robinson. But now we're back to Aaron Rodgers wants out of Green Bay. And that's so big. I mean, I think this might just be draft play. Bring the pain. This is just draft day talk is what I'm thinking, that this is just somebody trying to like stir things up and get people's minds thinking, getting all the experts and everybody all like, what? What's happening? Yo, Aaron Rodgers? Like, this happened while I was live. I would have caught this. I would have already been live. But here we go. Here we go. Aaron Rodgers leaves the Green Bay Packers. I don't know why. Why wouldn't you want to go to maybe San Francisco? You got a good defense. You have a good coach there. And you could just step right in. So you trade Jimmy Garoppolo to Green Bay. Green Bay trades Aaron Rodgers to the San Francisco 49ers, which I do not want that to happen because I'm a Ram fan, okay? And we're already stacked with Russell Wilson, and now we got Kyler Murray in there, and they're running around, and you gonna throw Aaron Rodgers on San Francisco? That could be a trade that San Francisco likes. And if they include, I mean, at this point right now, you're trading a franchise for somebody that really still needs to prove himself, and you still have the 21st overall pick. Do you include that in that? I don't think you can. I think you have enough with Rodgers, but with that age, you can't just. You're looking at 1 to 2 more years, and now he says he wants to host Jeopardy. Okay, well that's fine, but at the same time, what we're talking about is going forward with a future with the franchise. I don't know if San Francisco really wants to do that. And at the same time, I don't know any other team that would want to do that. Seemed like the most likely team that would want to do that, Chicago. But you never trade within your division. So there's no way Chicago is going to get a play at this guy. I don't think he gets traded at all. I could be very wrong. But now that this is coming out right now, that's not good. That's not good. That means that he, like, as the Packers organization, that's something you kind of got to think of it. You've been thinking about this already. Would you do Garoppolo for Rodgers straight up just based on them? No, you wouldn't. But If you can get Garoppolo, maybe catch one of those quarterbacks in the 21st or figure something out. Figure something out and trade up just a few spaces to the 15th or 13th. But then that makes you think, would Bill Belichick do that? Would Bill Belichick trade that 13th pick for Aaron Rodgers just straight up and then allow Green Bay to actually have that pick right there and their pick at 21? That would be insane. That would be insane. Because what is it? Last I checked, right here, well, it's not 13. For the Patriots, it's 15. 15. Yeah, 15. Move up 6 spaces. Like, and you have Cam Newton and Aaron Rodgers on your team and the hoodie. But it just seems like they still need more for that team. I don't believe in that team. I think San Francisco is a better fit. But I don't think that this isn't crazy. This is what draft day. This is why draft day is so nuts. Is because you can actually have something like this happen. Go back to what the Rams did with Pittsburgh, Jerome Bettis. Like I knew Jerome Bettis was our star, but I did love Isaac Bruce and the way the offense was going. Unfortunately, our coach was an idiot. You know, and we won't talk about the mid '90s Rams. Not at all. We're not doing that. But coming back at it at the same time, we have to talk about is this viable? Is this smoke in the mirrors? Is there a fire burning? The history says something doesn't add up. I don't think that the trade gets done, but I want to see the trade done. I do want to see the trade done because I think it would just stir up things. It would just stir up. And stepping into this draft right here with this many prospective quarterbacks coming out right now, if you're going to make that leap, you make that leap now. But if you make that leap, I think you better make that leap with at least somebody like Garoppolo as your backup and then a rookie in Green Bay with your running game. I mean, you have A.J. Dillon there already. You got Williams is gone. We're good with that. Totally good with that. But you got Aaron Jones. Both are great running backs and they're both young. They definitely deserve to be included in that offense. And I don't see a better offense than to bring in Jimmy G and to throw in a rookie and just, plaster him up and then maybe just part ways with Jimmy G. You'll have to reconstruct that contract. That contract's crazy. And that's another thing too, salary cap things, what teams' salaries hit on this day towards that day, was it June 1st, July 1st, whatever it is offhand right now. That's big. That's big. This could be a big developing thing going on right now. The fact that it's happening is nuts. So I'm gonna just take a little bit right here and just say, I'll see if that's live. Anyone jump? Anybody got anything to say? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it right now. And I mean, it is crazy. And this close to the draft. And we're just gonna go in here. I'm gonna share and get that there. Copy link. So you like Rodgers go? Where could actually go right now? Where do you think he goes to a team that's established already, or do you think he goes to a team that might be able to put a couple of years, kind of like what the Rams did with Stafford? Like we know Stafford's still kind of young, has played a lot of football in his time, and I think it was a great move to go up because Goff really is a lot younger than Stafford. But at this point right now, you're looking at 3 or 4 years with Goff anyway. I thought he was axed last year anyway. I didn't like it. And I really think McVay had to make this move, or I think McVay would have been fired within the next year or two. And I've been saying that on Bring the Pain and everything like that right now. That's really what it is. And let's just get people in here. This Aaron. Yeah, I could probably have. This is crazy. Like I'm having fun with it. About So yeah, just give me a second. All right. So yeah. Does he get traded today? That's the question. That's the question I have. I'm posing for all of you right now. Is does he get traded? Is this just smoke in the mirrors? Which it could be. Drafts always do this, but like I said, leading back to what the Rams did with Bettis, and then eventually that came back around, and we got Marshall Falk for pretty much almost the same deal. So that to me says right now that this could get done or did not. But I think that if it gets done, it works with a team with the best situation, and that I think San Francisco would be down. Why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't why wouldn't why wouldn't they be down? Right? Right? Yeah. Like this is something that just can't isn't going to go away. And with the history, it's not going to work. So where does he go? Does he go to the Patriots? Does he go to San Francisco? Does Jacksonville trade him? Maybe the Jets. Does he go to Jets? Does he go to the Jets? Because I mean, I know he ain't with Danica no more. So maybe this whole new thing's got his mind going to this place. Last year there was a lot of rumblings with Russell Wilson going to New York because of Sierra. So does that make a difference in that power struggle? Does that I mean, because he ain't going to the Rams. We ain't. I mean, I would trade Stafford for him, but I'd rather keep with Stafford right now. We got him. He's give us some years, and then we'll move on our franchise from there. And we have a great. I love that we got Cooper Cup, Robert Woods. I love that Van Jefferson stepping up. I love that they finally got rid of one of our tight ends, and we're just going to go with Higbee. Although I did love Gerald. Gerald was awesome as well too. So this team needs that, and we need O line. So with our draft picks tomorrow, we're definitely. It's already been said. We're looking at offensive line. We need interior. We need outside. I'd say go pick a tackle. We want to run, but if you think about the way Cam Akers kind of runs, it's that north south kind of run style. So that means I would probably want a guard. I would probably want a guard. Just guards are big and pulling on sweep plays and things like that. So I think a guard should be where they go. They'll probably go tackle tomorrow. We have 3 picks though, so we should be good unless we trade. I mean, we horns up. We trade things. So Rodgers, man, Rodgers, like I just you look back at the superstars that literally had blown up from this, and nobody's coming off. Like Bettis didn't have a good year that year. Marshall Falk didn't have a good year that year. Pretty sure he had like turf toe right before he came over to St. Louis, and then just everything fell into place. This is one of those things where if Rodgers takes that talent somewhere, he's gonna pick people up. He's gonna pick people up, and that could be just deadly for anybody. Anybody. And you gotta look at like the teams that would benefit from that could be San Francisco, although that's more of a run style offense. But that's fine. That takes a lot off of Rodgers, and when Rodgers needs to win, he'll win it. But I don't want to see him go there. Let's put it that way. Jacksonville would just be like, go away into the black hole, and we don't want to see you. The Raiders wouldn't be a bad pick. That wouldn't be a bad one. You could go in there, maybe trade Derek Carr away, and then kind of go on with that as well. That's actually a possibility. Let's I mean, Minnesota, but that again that comes back down to division. He's not going to stay in the division, although Minnesota would be. Woo-wee! Can you imagine Dalvin Cook, Thielen? Oh, them guys would be burners. Jefferson. Oh, I didn't even really worry about tight ends, right? You know, so that's one thing to look at it right there. The Giants are already set with Jones at quarterback. Maybe not. Like the Bears have an 8th pick. They got Andy Dalton. Like, like that. I hate like whatever. He's a quarterback. Okay, he's not the worst. But there's times that he's literally had like negative games or just like 2-point games in life, and it's just like, dude, you have all these weapons around you all the time, and that's crazy. Denver, I think with Teddy Bridgewater, I think that was a really good trade that for Denver. It gives them that backup to Lock that they've been he's just not been healthy. So therefore, Teddy Bridgewater with all those weapons around him, Teddy football knows how to play football. Miami ain't gonna be interested in it. Cincinnati got their guy. Atlanta's got. They're looking at Kyle Pitts going to Atlanta. You're not seeing a lot of quarterbacks. You could now Philly. Philly would be a weird trade, but you could package Rodgers in with that somehow. That would work out for them. But I really think that they're set with Hurts right now. So when you step back and you look at like Washington, they would need that. And Rivera's good, and that defense is nasty. So is Terry McLaurin Adams? No. That's why I just don't see it really happening. I don't think he's going to go to Carolina. This is why when you start getting down here and you have the Jets in again, does he go? He go to the Jets. He could go to the Jets. But that does nothing for him. And don't you want to win a Super Bowl? If you're going to be playing at the end of your career, what are you playing for? To either buff your stats or win a Super Bowl, or do both. You have to have weapons. You have to be protected. And how does Rodgers act when he's not protected? He gets mad. He gets mad. And it goes back to, just losing. They can do it. They should. I mean, they didn't, but they had a big chance. They could have beat Tampa Bay, and they didn't show up. And I thought in that game that the way that they went about it, I thought more screens to Jones would have been more beneficial for them. And I think that that's why Rodgers might be thinking about stepping away. The Colts don't care. You're seeing the same things up here. You're not going to get anybody. This is why I think this trade isn't going to happen, because outside of like New England, outside of maybe the Raiders, I don't think Tennessee is going to do it. Tennessee has already team, but they're not Super Bowl contenders. Philly, so if I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'm going to say San Francisco's my 1. And I don't know. I think it just could work there, but let's just move along. I think San Francisco's my 1, definitely, for sure. I think Philly can be in the mix. That's not going to be 2, though. Think Philly's 4. I'm going to say Patriots are 2. So we're going to go San Francisco Patriots. Then I'm going to fly up to Chicago, Philly, and all the way to... He's not worth a first overall pick. Jacksonville's going to get Trevor Lawrence. That's what's going to happen. You can throw in the Jets. Let's do it. That's my 5 right there. Okay, so if there's a trade, I think it happens with one of those 5 teams. If it happens outside of that, I'd be completely beside myself. I whatever. But I hope that everybody checks this video out, looks at it. If you're watching, it looks like everybody must be like in the middle of supper or something. Like, it's crazy. Like, I must be hitting kind of that whole thing. So I'm going to leave this up. This is let's talk about it. And if I see your notification in it on the replay, I will reach out to you, check me out on any place. Message me if you have a question, or if you disagree with me. Do you agree that I don't think this trade even happens, that this is just all fire? Or do you think that those 5 teams I mentioned can do it? Do you think that the 5 can do it? Do you think that San Francisco or Chicago makes that move? Do the Jets make that move? Does New England make that move? Does Philly just get in there? I don't know. Crazy. But that's what we're going to go with today. Have a great draft day, everybody. Look for me a little later as well, too. There's going to be I'm going to have a link. It's going to be on StreamYard at 8:20 tonight. I'm going live with a few of my friends. They're setting up, Sam and Eric are setting up a live, and we're going to just talk some football, some draft. We're going to talk a little bit about Rams. We're going to recap pretty much what we just talked about right now. That would be great. And I'll be on at 8:20, and we're doing, I think, 20-minute increments, because, there's a few of us that want to just pop through on the live. Get to know us. We're all here for you in the end. Hey, everybody. See you soon. And always remember to bring the pen. Oh, yeah.